welcome back to World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King Classic Blind. I'm a floating orb being haunted by a ghost. I'd say that's pretty appropriate. What with the whole Halozen deal going on here? Eric Spelder got a flimsy female human mask. Amazing. I'm still facing the wrong direction. I mean, it's hard to tell if I'm facing the right direction. I'm an orb, so.
Light be with you.
Trick or treat.
Go with honor, friend.
We got tricked or treated. We got the bag of stuff. Let's see what we get. We got a penny pouch. Soul bound, 1 slot bag. Great. Very helpful. I just bought these 20 slot bags. I don't think a 1 slot bag is really how I'm doing. The funding has come through. Fascinating. Got some wheels. Alright. What did you do? Let's go outside. We can probably stop being an orb at some point. He's got a motorcycle. Wild. He's on a motorcycle. I'm an orb. It's a whole thing out here. I don't think there's anything we can do with this. It is a 1 slot bag. I feel like this was more of a trick than a treat, unfortunately. You may be able to ride it. I mean, I'm currently an orb, so. No, it worked. Which one of us is the which one of them is me and which one is his thing he always has on? Not sure if this is the most reliable. Here's where we are in the mount. Hilarious. Very cool. Let's see. I don't even see what this mount is called. Oh, there it is. MacLeod's chopper. Moves in speed by 100%. Interesting. I guess there is engineering, so it's not completely out of place. I'm not sure if he can take us anywhere. If I teleport like this, what would happen? Let's find out. Head over to the port. Presumably the teleport over here at the ship is the same as if you took the boat. And that allows you to stay on mounts, so in theory, this could work. Just toss some garbage out of a moving vehicle. I don't need a 1 slot bag. The jumps are also hilarious. Oh, I'm no longer an orb. I exist now. Hi. At least I fit in here, so that's nice. I am conveniently sized. Here it also says we are in the MacLeod's chopper. I think this is probably going to be the same as just a regular mount. It kicked me out. And he's gone.
What can I do for you?
Shame.
Have a good one.
We can just head over here. Worth a test. Worth a test. I could see that being helpful. So you can't just bring people to crazy locations. But that's alright. Okay. So we are heading to the airstrip. Specifically, Fitzcrank airstrip. We'll check the map here. It is way to the north. Yeah, it looks like it's full speed. It'd be slightly disappointing if your motorcycle was a slow mount. That's alright. And since the only thing we can do here is trick or treating, we can probably do that with the innkeeper over here. So probably don't need to go back to Stormwind constantly. So it seems like the candy barrels are a one-time kind of deal. That's alright. Out of here. Bloodspore guy. Just getting chased down by a motorcycle, as you do. We wouldn't want to try to have 2 people on a ram. That'd be a bit much for him. Steel Jaws Cavern? Protect the life giver. You start fires, my guy. I don't know. I don't know. There's an orc yelling. All sorts of stuff out here. Yeah, we've completed stuff around this area. There's just this section left of the Borean Tundra. Got these. That's pumpkin treats. Heading back past the mammoths here. Jam onto your head. Can't figure out how to do that. That's alright. We're headed up past the mines. This is Steeljaw's caravan. Up here. On our way to the airstrip, we can check out some other things around here. Might as well. Unless there's any horde guards, then we cannot check it out at all and immediately die, as we saw previously. It's probably over there. What's this say? Outpost. Scholar's Basin. Here is Caw the Mammoth Destroyer. We'll take a little side trip here. All sorts of broken stuff. Ghosts. Is this Steel Jaws? Popped off. This is probably it. Yeah, this is Steel Jaws caravan. And 2,000 XP free. Very cool. Run away from a ghost. So the caravan is clearly not doing well. Everyone is ghosts now. That's generally not what you want. Let's head over to the airstrip now. We'll probably have some quests to do with stuff around here from the airstrip. That is generally how this kind of thing works. Some airmen. Here we are, at the airstrip. A rig hauler. Various planes. We're just hanging out on the airstrip. There's a sentry bot, saying someone's intruding. Not what you want. We got store here. Selling various thingies. poisons and such.
Goodbye now.
Ready. We got a pit of frozen and a pit of not frozen something. We got some sentry bots down there. They seem angry. We got a blacksmith.
Hey,
Very convenient. Let's repair our stuff.
you have a great
Always
day
good to
now.
keep your stuff repaired. We've got a flight path. Very good.
Hey,
Engineering supplies.
off and away.
That's another flight path way up here. That'll be very convenient. Oh, we unlocked a bit more of the map here. We got the geyser fields. Some more spooky stuff. Very cool. We've got
Honor,
Toby,
sure.
Mother Goose, Ironbolt. Greetings, warrior. Assist you in recovering lost companions.
Alright, then.
He's a stable guy. Got a mailbox. Nothing. Got in here. They've got candy bucket. Yes, please. And from this handful of candy, we get some more of the same stuff. That's fine. And they got a little elevator in here. Neat. And here is someone you need to talk to.
Interesting.
Got my hands full here at the moment, warrior. What can I do for you? You had a distress call? I see that Skyhopper finally got around to sending help. And none too soon, I might add. Welcome, brother. We need your help badly.
Off and away.
The Mechanomes. Or the Mechanomes. We'll go with the Mechanomes. Now that you're here, it's time for me to tell you the full story of what's going on. After you've heard my tale, go outside and find my second in command, Jinky Wingnut. She'll handle everything from here on out. Delegation. Love to see it. We'll listen to Fizz Crank Full Throttle's tale, then find Jinky Wingnut.
Be seeing you.
And we need to talk to him
Invitations.
to fill the tale. Okay, couldn't just put that in the other dialogue. Sure. What is going on? Fine then, have a seat. This might take a while. When we first came to this frozen hell, General Arlos, down in Valiant's Keep, gave my group of flying daredevils and I a special task to establish a forward airbase for Alliance operations. This airstrip is the result. Let me tell you, it wasn't easy. What with all the nasty beasts and the ground rock hard from being frozen, but we managed, and we did it quickly too. Anyway, we needed to pump up lots of sand and oil for the machinery. The nearby pools provided to be perfect for that. Some of the sand even proved to have magical properties. Can you say possibilities? Well, that's a different tale. So we drained most of the water out and built a pumping station smack dab in the middle. Everything was going swimmingly, till one day the main suction pipe got clogged. We can go back in the dialogue if we wanted to, but not really. Mind you, this part I learned later because I wasn't out there at the time. When they ratcheted up the suction on the pumps, up came pieces of robot that looked like a gnome. Of course, the fools worked night and day to put it back together without telling us. This is when we lost communication with the pumping station. Well, that's not great. After a couple of days of silence, I sent a scouting party out to the platform. They never returned either. Oh no. I sent another group the next day with the same result, and lost a couple of flying machines out on aerial recon. At that point, I sent someone south to find help. We hunkered down to prepare for the worst. Turned all of our attention to making armor, weapons, and robots so we could head out there in full force. When we did a few days ago, we couldn't believe our eyes. Oh, what happened? As I was saying, what we saw there defied explanation. My people were nowhere to be found, but in their place was a veritable army of robots and androids going about their business. The droids all looked like gnomes. They said they had been expecting us. In fact, in their own strange way, they acted like they knew us. We were surrounded and quickly taken to the top of the pumping station. That's where we saw their leader and what he was doing to the surviving gnomes. He called himself Gear Master MacLeod. When we arrived, he was busy transforming the survivors into mechanical beings. He greeted us warmly and explained that he was one of the first gnomes ever to be created by something he called the Grand Architect, a titan keeper for within the halls of fabled Ulduar. Apparently, he was the blockage that my team had accidentally sucked up from where he'd malfunctioned thousands of years ago. It was just our luck that we'd built the pumping station right above him. The station's mechanics had put him back together, bringing him back to life. And now, by way of thanks, he's going to return the favor by curing all of us of what he called the curse of the flesh. According to MacLeod, it's a condition that eventually befalls all of the creations of the Titans. In other words, we all supposedly start out as robots of some kind, and then, over thousands of years, slowly turn into fleshy beings. Preposterous, I know. It didn't look like much of a cure to me. I wasn't about to stand around listening to some crazy robot while he was butchering my people. We did what any sane gnome would do. We ran. Well, actually, most of us parachuted off the side of the platform. You get the picture. Not many of us managed to make it back here. We're still spread thin from having to deal with everything else, too. Like the Magnetar to the north and Scourge to the east. To make things worse, the Horde just set up shop to the northwest. So they are surrounded. Fantastic. And that's where we find ourselves now, Eric Erickson. We can't possibly deal with all this by ourselves, and quite frankly, I feel a little out of my depth. Jinky knows what needs to be done. You should go see her now. I just hope you'll be able to get us out of this mess with our bodies intact.
Daylight's burning.
My goodness. What a situation. And that was Speed Strats. Getting down that elevator. Alright. Let's finish looking around the airstrip here. Talk to the people that need to talk to. Like Jinky. Right here.
Pleased to meet you.
The old man sent you to me, huh? He tell you everything that's going on out here? Good. Let's take care of business then. Recursive. If you listen to the old man, you know that we have gnomes out there that were changed. Gear Master MacLeod infected them with something that reversed the curse of the flesh, and now they're robots. We think we have a way to recurse them back to normal. I want you to take this recursive transmatter injection and use it on the corpses of any mechanomes you come across. We're hoping that this stuff will cure them, allow us to lock onto them to port them out of there. Once you've used the recursive transmatter injection on 6 Fizzcrank mechanomes.
You have a great day.
Yeah, I do. We also have
Greetings.
Mortal Cogspinner here. What, can't you see I'm busy here? You think this transmatter is going to fix itself? What's the matter with the transmatter? Amazing. There's spare parts spewing all over the east in the scalding pools, the geyser fields, heck, probably even up on the pumping station still, too. Bring back a whole bunch. Maybe then I'll be able to get outgoing teleport on this thing working. Not to mention getting the incoming transmatter ports aligned. I hate to see another accident. Yes. Messing up the incoming teleport. Not gonna be a good time. 15 Fizzcrank spare parts.
Very well then.
Also has another
Thank
quest.
you.
King Murgle. This is the weirdest thing, warrior. There's a Murloc asking for our help. He goes by the name of King Murgle, leader of the Winterfin Murlocs. It would seem that he and his people have been run out of their village, and they want someone to come save them. That someone is you. To find Winterfin Retreat and the king, heading west down the road till you come to some cliffs, head down to the waterline near the blistering pool. Interesting.
Very good.
And then we got another person over here. Crafty Wobble Sprocket. How am I supposed to get anything done with Fizzcrank breathing down my neck? Maybe without all my stuff. Dirty, stinking Snobbles. Those dirty, sneaking snobbles, possibly snowballs, because of all the frozen. They stole all my supplies. What's a snowball, you say? It's like a kobold, except they serve the Magnetar. Kinda take care of them. I know, weird. Anywho, wanna help me out? Know the little creeps stole off with all my stuff? Stupid me thinking that it'd be nice and safe packed up on the north side of the airstrip. Why don't you do me a favor? Head north to their stupid magmoth. There's a cash reward if you bring all my stuff back quick. 10 boxes of stuff. And no actual time limit.
Be seeing you.
So that's fine. And we got one guy over here. He's got a paratrooper. Did you come through the teleporter?
Hi, how are you?
Hello there. Blitzcrank's pilots are the best of the best. They stay that way through constant training. It includes parachute training. You never know when you need to use your chute, but you do know that one day you'll have to use it. What we have here is a teleporter to the top of this spire. Once you get up there, the only way for a real soldier to get back down is with a parachute. Got another trooper stationed up top, ready with parachutes. If you like trying it out, warrior, clear you for teleporter use. And just step on the teleporter.
Off and away.
Yeah, sure. We're up here now. At least this teleporter is working. We'll take it.
My, you're a tall one.
I mean, comparatively, I guess. Welcome, warrior. Hope you aren't afraid of heights. Got a practice parachute for you. These shoes are for quick landings. If you want to gently soar to the ground, use a mount. On action and adrenaline rush, you fall. At the last possible moment, use your chute. That's how these were made. Quick action. Ready for some quick action? Chute only lasts a few seconds, so you need to time it just right. I'm not sure you can handle it, warrior. I'd like to see you. You prove me wrong. Give me the practice parachute.
Great day now.
I should get off our mount. Here's the practice parachute. Protects you from falling damage for 2 seconds. Alright. I'm gonna jump off a cliff. Yeah. Very good. 2 seconds is not a lot. Alright. Yeah, I've been on much larger giant cliff things. Got sentry bots, scavenger bots. Alright, let's get to it. These are the scalding pools. Trying to activate countermeasures. It's a dead sentry bot. So we get our things here. Transmitter. Looks like you did it. There's a sprung sprocket. There is some spare parts. Perfect. Don't worry, I've grabbed extra enemies for us to fight. Have no fear. Let's try this. Not valid. Alright. Maybe we need to get further in here. Looks like we need to use it earlier, possibly. Requires engineering. I guess this is like a mining node except for engineering. Or like a skinning kind of deal. It's firing some lasers. Interesting. I think that's a no. Yep. Mechano no. So with this one we can try the injector. They're specifically mechanomes. It's horrible. They've all been captured. Hey, we saved him. And he got teleported out. Perfect. So now we know exactly what we're after out here. Defendo tanks. There's a spare part. Okay. We got this whole area around here. Getting various mechanical bits. Makes sense. Let's get all the way to the pumping station here. This is the geyser fields. And they do, in fact, have a bunch of stuff here. We need a lot of spare parts. That's alright.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, these guys are not. There's one.
I can't do that.
We are Mecha Gnome. Resistance is futile. Stabbed. But I was perfect. Oh, he liked being a robot. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Got the spare parts. Go slam. We're still definitely doing fine. So a bit of this, a bit of that. Lots of spare parts around here. I think we're getting over to Crafty's stuff. That's further away. We also need to worry about finding just the regular gnomes. The ultrasonic screwdriver. You also got one? What is this? We get a quest requiring level 68. This is some fancy gnomish engineering right here. You just dismantled, had this inside its mechanical innards. Looks pretty complicated. Certainly somebody back at the airstrip would want to take a look at it. Maybe craft you a wobble sprocket. Yeah, good enough idea as any, I suppose. Let's keep moving. We got bits, we got bobs. We're a little low on gnomes. Besides that, we're doing alright. There's one. Alright, we have grabbed 2 things. That's fine. And here comes the 3rd thing. It's a system. And this guy. There we go. Still, really not a problem. We can fix this guy. How do you feel about this situation? Where am I? Who are you? What's that strange feeling? Probably being teleported. So there you go. Defendo tank. Amazing. Everything's worried about intruders. Can't be perfect with us, brother. I think we'll find that I am not a gnome. That's fine. It's okay. And we grab this. MacLeod is insane. You have to stop him before it's too late. That's the idea. That is the idea. We take the corpse of this. Oh boy, a free gear or something. There's a sprocket. Looks like we need 2 more gnomes. And a few more spare parts. I gotta be like that. Just trying to defend. An eccentric dagger of stamina. Spell power and stamina. Wild. There's probably gonna be a quest to head up and deal with the actual main guy at the end. So, not gonna worry about that quite yet. I'm just gonna keep grabbing some stuff here. That gnome? Nope. Just a thing. The Defendo tank is shooting me. As one might expect. There's a regular gnome. Well, regular-ish. Two things at the same time. Not a huge deal. Grabbed another guy. Ow. It is chaining together. More guys coming in. Hilarious. Not a huge situation. That one also wanted to be a robot. Unfortunate. We haven't gotten crafty stuff. Where did I say that was going to be? Let's go back on the mount. Head north. Alright. I think we're done here. We'll probably have to come back and deal with the guy up top. We might need some more spare parts still. We can prowl around, looking for parts. So we've completed. Oh, we do still need one more gnome. Oh, look at this. Max Blasto. Wow. He's dead. Just have one more gnome here. Bound to be one more gnome, right? Maybe more on the other side. Oh, you found one. Very good. Return, 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 return. Alright, I think we're good. Unless he has all the parts. Let's get up through these pools, if possible. Through the scalding pools. They seem okay. What's going on over here? Oil-covered everythings. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. It's probably not fine. I think we can all agree it's probably not fine. Anyways.
Good game.
Turn in some stuff. We found this fancy screwdriver. My screwdriver. You found my screwdriver. I've been wondering where that thing got lost. You found it inside one of the robots, you say? That gives me an idea. Master and servant. The ultrasonic screwdriver is the ultimate tool. It can do anything to mechanical stuff. Head back into the pools and dismantle a number of the MacLeod's robots. All you have to do is use a screwdriver on their remains. I'm betting that they'll turn to our side for a short time anyway. Pretty sure it won't work on the mechanomes. Don't even bother with them. Oh, if you want to take anything from the robot's insides, you want to do so before using the screwdriver. I guess that's one strategy.
Very well then.
Take their bits, and then turn them to our side.
Good day to you.
Fair enough. It's going to take a lot of spare parts to keep this thing running. Please tell me that you've returned with everything we need. This stuff looks like a bunch of junk. Hopefully this works. That's great, warrior. These parts look like they're in serviceable condition, if you say so. Now, if I could only figure out how to fix this blasted thing. Check in with Bixie. You're a proven hero. I have another problem. My boss, Tinky, went east with Bixie Wrenchshanker, and I can't get the outgoing on this thing to work. Tinky's the only one that can fix it, and we really need it working 100%. Think you can find them? Bixie said something about following some old Minotaur to a place called the Dens of Dying. I'm guessing that's where you'll find them. You can catch a ride out there by talking with Kara Thickestar at the runway.
Very good.
Interesting.
Interesting.
And we did it. It worked. Can't believe you were able to save so many. We're fortunate to have you around. Got a cloth hood. Some leather wrist straps. Decent amount of stamina, but probably also just really want plate stuff with stamina for tanking. Got some hands here. Haste, stamina, and attack power. Interesting. Got 30 stamina. And we already have some. These are hand parts. These ones are much better. Here's some pauldrons. Critical strike rating and armor penetration. Interesting. It's got much worse armor. Less strength. Less stamina. Don't know if that bit of armor penetration would be worth losing 16 strength, 7 critical. Armor penetration is definitely a thing. If it was blue, it would probably be worth it. I'll grab it for now, as it is in fact the most expensive piece. That's fine either way. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Okay, think we're ready for the penultimate assault. Before you can bring down MacLeod, you're going to have to dismantle his lieutenants first. You find Twonky, ED-210, Max Blasto, and the Grinder at the West Point, North Point, Midpoint, and South Point stations, respectively. To get them to show up, just turn the valves of the stations to mess up whatever they're trying to do out there. You can't miss the places. They'll have spinning lights. Alright?
Very good.
And we got quest in here? Upstairs? Probably. A very mechanical lift. Steam and whatnot.
Can I help you?
Finding Pilot Tailspin. I should have flown the mission myself. It's not that I don't trust Tailspin. Far from it. Heck, he was the best wingman I ever flew with. Now it's just that it's my responsibility to lead a mission of such import. I sent Tailspin out with the fastest recon squadron to gather information about the Nerubian infestation in the middle of the geyser fields. The last report received placed his squadron in the pools to the far south and just west of the Nerubian sinkholes. Find him.
Right.
Alright. Lots of stuff out here. Let us head back out here. See if we can find the big guys. You're aggroing all the things. That's fine. Captured. Don't alert people. Gypsy Blade of the Eagle. Spell Power Dagger. We reprogrammed that guy. Perfect. So we can get this. This is the quest item. They following everyone around. Some loot here. And we can reprogram with the screwdriver. Reporting for duty. Oh, this is gonna be a... If we can get all these guys together, that could be a huge mess. Target them again. Use a screwdriver. We have like an entire army of robots here. That's pretty wild. My guardian is dead. Sad times. A one-handed axe. Very cool. Target the dead one. Use a screwdriver. We could probably bring all these guys along with us to fight the mini-boss kind of guys. Not that we really need to, but we could. I'm going to focus on the bigger guys. That can be more fun. Let's find the place we need to be heading to. Spinning lights or something. Screwdriver. Oh, I think it makes smaller versions for when we get them. So that's unfortunate. There's Twonky. I guess this is what we're looking for. These spinning light areas. Like that. Let's see if we can fight the robot with an army of robots. Seems like the best idea I've ever heard. Over here at West Point Station. Oh my goodness. Can we... Oh, it's not valid. I wanted to bring Twonky with us. I think that would be a great idea. This is what we're looking for. Just need to grab a few more robots. They don't last too long, unfortunately. We found all the different... There's the lights we need to get to. An engineering option for skinning / mining. Wild. Reprogram the robot. I really need one more. This is a very good screwdriver. I will give them that. And that is all of them. We could probably make it through here by like going around. I don't think we need to reprogram them anymore. Nope, they're just gone. That's okay. Let's get over here. And unfortunately, we also don't have the things to save the mecha gnomes. So, yeah, that's what it is.
That ability isn't ready.
Flesh is weak. Make you better. Stronger. Faster. Mess with the... There it is. Mess with the control over here. For being so large, these guys are not particularly stronger, unfortunately. Alright. Let's head to the other... Oh, there's a bunch of rockets coming out. That's something. Hey. Max Blasto. Not the most impressive. I'm getting shot by this guy. Out of here. Very rude. Very rude. We just discovered Midpoint Station there. Sure. Just get over here to the furthest station over here. In the geyser fields. A little bit of tactics, we can get around to South Point Station. And mess with their stuff. Now comes the grinder. Your memories at end, MacLeod. Relieve your curse once I'm done with you. Oh boy. Maybe there's some stuff to the south, they said? Let's find them. There's a magical something happening. Yay. I love magical somethings. Cog. Geyser field. Oh, there's an ore. Absolutely take that. That's something I want. Yes, please. Where did they say they were? Maybe somewhere out here. There's a dead recon pilot. Looks like the ship, possibly. There they are. We got oil-stained wolves.
Greetings.
Greetings, they say. Surrounded by oil-stained wolves and robots. Hello, pilot Tailspin. Thank goodness, it was terrible. There was a bright flash on the ground, and then, the next thing I know, the squadron's going down. I'm hurt pretty badly, so I haven't had a chance to comb the site for other survivors. But something tells me, I don't think there will be many. Iggy grimaces in pain. They help me complete my mission. Yes, I will.
Off and away. Honored, I'm sure.
A little bit of spice. The wolves have been prowling through the wreckage ever since the crash. I'm afraid they consumed the microfilm from our mission in the process. I would plan to recover that microfilm, but I need you to help me make it work. To the south and east in the floodplains live creatures called Gorloks. They prepare their foods with noxious spices, which would sicken any other creature. If you gather enough of the spice pouches from the Gorlok steam belchers or Gorlok waddlers, I can make the wolf bait. Right, let's get some spice pouches. Yeah. If anything is the bait, it's him. And we can also probably just, oh, I don't know, kill the wolves. That would also work. There's another dead recon pilot. Yeah, they're not doing so hot. Yeah, the amount of survivors is low. A little bit of space. South and east. Let's head over here. Gorloks. There's a plant. I think we need to get out of this section, maybe. There's the Gorloks.
Too far away.
Yeah, they're up here on the floodplains. We've been Gorlok stomped. Let's get their spicy stuff. Here we go yet again with the fish oil. How little that does. Definitely a weird looking little guy. Very weird. We got some fillets. How fun. That is a regular-ish food. Not getting much in the way of the thing we're looking for. Spice patches. Give me your spice patch. See any Gorloks here. Let's move a little bit quicker. South and east. Yep, this is where it is. Nope, I need to stay down here. Plenty of these guys. We'll get some steam pouches eventually. We got some kind of long runners. I guess the quest did only ask for 4 things, so we can't be too surprised they're a little rare. I guess. He's just spinning around. What a guy. There's a chieftain. The leader of these weird little guys. Golak, steam belchers, or waddlers. Yeah, these are them. Hey, I got one. For possibly the first time ever. I'm not the one that's getting lucky. Ain't that something? I just keep getting fish oil. The useless version. Yeah, we're still getting XP, I guess. Not a complete waste of our time. Just gathering up more guys while we fight. There's one. It's for a quest. Maybe the big guy drops it? Doesn't have the exact name, so probably not.
I'm out of range.
Got some hand wraps of spell power. Not too good. Got it anyway. Why not? It sure is a lot of work just to get some stuff out of some wolves. Here we are. These guys seem to have a very large area that they're in, which is convenient. This is all the them killing that we're doing. Also frogs, apparently. Alright. We've gotten two of the things we need.
Far away.
Our AoEs just keep on killing random things. It's pretty funny. A bunch of clams. Very good. Keeping the buffs going as much as we can. They're just spinning around, having a great time. And there's another spice pouch. a gibber. This might not actually work. That's a steam belcher. Steam belcher and something. Waddlers. I got 4. I think we were actually the unlucky one that time. Amazing. Alright. We found the steam springs over here. We got some steam elementals. Very cool. Hey, it's more. Just hanging out here. Doing its best. Very good. Got some weird stuff going down in here. Ah, we got noob tunnelers. Bug time. Not great. One thing at a time here, though. South of the dens of dying. Return. Hey, another one. Awesome. And some of the crystallized stuff. Also good. I assume. I assume that's also good. There's another dead recon pilot. I don't think any of them have survived. They seem to just be strewn about the area. Unfortunately. This robot is chasing me. I'm going to ignore it. It's probably fine.
Hi, how are you?
You have all those spice pouches? I think it was about to turn around there. And I'll take care of this one. Right. Found the spice pouches? Yes, we have. He holds his nose, so he empties the spice pouches, and addresses you in a nasal voice. Now they have what we need. I'll combine it with my emergency rations to create a bait for the wolves. Lupus, poopus. Or pupus. Something like that. Whatever you do, don't eat this bait yourself. Just set it down in the vicinity of an oil-soaked wolf. They'll be desperate enough to eat the microfilm. They'll come running when they smell the bait. Simply wait for nature to take its course. Then all you need to do is search the byproduct for the film. After you my special Lupus, Hoopus, Scoopus for the job. But I left it back at the airstrip. I'm afraid you'll have to conduct your search the old-fashioned way. 8 pieces of
All right,
microfilm.
Ethan.
Alright. That one's dead. It's obviously not going to work. Throw the wolf bait. They eat it. They have a time. And then we get some of that. Microfilm. Just what we need. There's a scavenge bot. Out of here. Don't need you right now. Looks like we can throw it from a decent distance. That works. We don't need to attack the sort of friendly wolf. And then they just disappear. Okay. How far away can we throw this from? Not that far. There we go. They seem to move forward a little bit. Just slightly odd. It's okay. More microfilm. Also seem to be clearing out the oil-stained wolves here. That's something. There's a bunch more. Here's where the rest of the gliders or planes crashed. And we got robots here too. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Oh, we're attacking it. Because we're still targeting it. We're being very rude. That's all what's really happening here. We're throwing, I mean, we're giving them, I guess it's still drugged. That's probably not actually good for the wolves. And also the fact that they kind of disappear afterwards. I'm gonna say it's okay. It's probably fine. It's probably not fine. We all know it. Give it a goodbye smack in the tail. To be fair, these wolves probably ate some of the corpses, so... It's a whole thing out here, clearly. Alright. There is all 8 of those we needed. Let's get back down this way. Turn these in. That wasn't too bad.
Honored, I'm sure.
And we recovered the microfilm. Yep. He holds his nose as he accepts the microfilm from you. Yuck. Well, we've complied with section 8.2, paragraph B of the emergency protocol here, and recovered the film. Nothing in the protocol says I'm responsible for cleaning it, though. Emergency protocol, section 8.2, paragraph C. The next one. Injured or not, as a squadron commander, I'm responsible for locating and returning the insignia of all fallen pilots under my command. In all the years I've flown with Fizzcrank, we never failed to return the insignia of a pilot. Injuries make it dangerous for me to stray far from the safety of this wreckage. Perhaps you'd be willing to help me recover the insignia. In the meantime, make preparations to carry out my final duty as squadron commander. Yep.
Very well then.
6 pilot insignias. Talk to the corpse. Search for the insignia. Just like that. Did not survive. I don't think any of them survived. That seems to be the general situation here. Oh my gosh, there's so many. There's so many dead gnomes littered across the countryside. Oh no. When he said probably very few had survived, it was 0. 0 survived. Yikes. Not great. Not great. It is slightly awkward when there's quests that are easier to do by yourself.
Hi, how are you?
Here we go. Did you get those insignia? Yes, I did. Thank you once again, Eric Erickson. With your help, I may yet be able to complete this mission, disastrous as it's been. Return to Fizzcrank to make a report and properly honor the dead. And now paragraph D. There's only one more thing left to do before I can finally return to the airstrip and make a report. Section 8.2, paragraph D of the emergency protocol orders me to scuttle as much of the wreckage as possible and prevent our technology from falling into enemy hands. Give you my torch if you agree to help me complete my last duty. Do you want to think about what the Horde's goblin allies will do if these machines fall into their hands? Scuttle the east, south, and northwestern wrecks.
Alrighty then.
Alright. That should be doable. Time to scuttle the wreckage. Scuttle, wrecked flying machine. I'm on fire. It's pretty great. Scavenge bot. Hopefully the scavenge bots aren't scavenging things. That could be a problem. Oh yeah, this is working. He's got that one. Or it doesn't count. Eastern rack. Here's fourth is what I had to do. 2, 3. We haven't done the eastern. Could also be proximity based. There we go. There's been a whole situation right down here.
Good day to you.
Once again, you have my thanks, Eric Erickson. Without you, I would not have been able to recover anything useful from this disaster. Give Fizzcrank the news. Would you be willing to head back to Airstrip and let Fizzcrank know that I'll be along shortly to give my formal report? We got to deal with the wreckage of my flying machine, and I'll be on my way. We're certain that Fizzcrank knows that he has you to thank for my survival and the recovery effort. I only wonder what the old man would have done himself been flying with us. I miss those days.
Very good.
Alright. And that is everything from this area. We still do have a few other quests in the general vicinity. Let's just get these back. There's the Behemoth. Canuck. Chilling. Having a good time. There's still oil-soaked caribou. It's probably fine. I've got a distinctive jerk when I beeline straight towards an ore. He has found a new location to be in. It's pretty noticeable. And a new quest here, apparently.
Hi, you're a
Scouting the
tall one.
sinkholes. Fizzcrank sent out an aerial surveillance team to map the Nerubian sinkholes in the southern part of the geyser fields, but they haven't yet returned. Can't afford to wait any longer for their information, so I'm going to need someone to check out the sinkholes on foot. I understand the dangers involved, and I'll compensate you accordingly. Take this map with you, record the vital information about each of the sinkholes you encounter. The south sinkhole, northwest sinkhole, and northeast sinkhole. Okay.
Off and away.
We got many quests over this side. Quest item.
Hi, you're a tall one.
Master and servant. Woohoo! We brought back the screwdriver intact too. Reprogramming those robots is going to turn out to be a huge advantage in our favor in the fight against Gearmaster MacLeod. I think you've earned a little something for that. Some cloth robes of spell powerness. Some leather armor. It's decent. Doesn't have the expertise in armor penetration. It does have critical strike rating. And it's leather, so. Got some hit rating, stamina, and attack power shoulders. Interesting. It's got a little bit more stamina than we have. Probably not really worth it. This one has 56 stamina. Actually better. This also has more defensive stats too, so probably not. Strength, stamina, and critical strike. We get a lot of stamina, but lose out on attack power and critical. So 80 stamina legs. How does that compare? These ones have 58 stamina legs. I think these are going to be more tanky. So I'll take them.
Off and away.
80 stamina. Nice.
Good day to you.
Wow, you survived. I guess all that's left to do now is deal with Gear Master MacLeod. The Gear Master. Gear Master MacLeod is insane. Says that he offers us immortality by removing this so-called curse of the flesh. But he's really making our robotic slaves. Eric Erickson, we're pretty certain that he's still at the pumping station, out in the middle of the pools to the east. Last we saw of him, he was in the command hut up top. Go up there and research his stuff. You must confront MacLeod. Gnomes everywhere, no, everyone everywhere, are to stay alive.
Be seeing you.
Seems like a reasonable idea. To try to stay alive. I went underneath the elevator and it did not work.
Pleased to meet you.
And here's the news about all those guys. This wing listens to your report, looking somewhat relieved. I mean, really? One person survived. I should have gone with them. Might have been able to complete the mission without losing any pilots. He thinks highly of himself. Tailspin is right, though. We have you to thank for what you've been able to salvage. Your efforts may just make the difference in the fight against the Nerubians. Got some cloth shoulders, spell power. Some leather legs. Decent amount of stamina on those. Impressive. But it's leather. Got a mail helm with critical strike and an intellect and attack power. Intellect. And some plate hands, which have strength, critical strike, and haste. It's not bad. We're losing the hit rating. We're getting a little strength. The critical strike rating balances out the agility. We're getting some strength. We're losing stamina. I still like a little bit of hit rating, so I think we're good without that. Take the legs.
Be seeing you.
Okay.
Greetings.
So we still have a multitude of quests here. You can sit in these. Like that. So we still have a multitude of quests here at the Fizzcrank airstrip. Took off in various directions, dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. So we will do that. Oh, actually, one last thing. I think we can trick or treat again. Innkeeper?
Hey,
Trick or treat.
very well then.
Treat bag. Candy corn. Tasty. Alright. And turned him into a worm thing. Okay. And so, we will continue with all these quests out here. It's going to be a pretty large quest hub, this airstrip. Dance, worm dance. Amazing. Next time. Goodbye.